Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 1,000 pounds, sisters. Tour of Amy Halterman's new Kentucky home. With renovations complete and the family officially moved in on the show, 1,000 pounds. Sisters fans really want a tour of Amy Halterman's new Kentucky home. Fans can only assume Amy Halterman was not allowed to show off her new home the way she couldn't show off Gage after he was born last season because of contracts and NDAs. Now that the episode has aired, fans are hopeful this means they'll get a better look inside of her new Kentucky home. For legal reasons, we can't include the photos inside of our article. But The Sun recently acquired exclusive photos giving a tour of Amy and Michael Halterman's new home. What do we know about the details of Amy Halterman's new Kentucky home? And what does it look like? Keep reading for the details. What do we know about Amy Halterman's new home? Fans watched Amy and Michael Halterman pack and move into their new home after spending a significant amount of time renovating it. Moving to a much bigger space, the family quickly realized they don't really have enough furniture to fit the space. Chris Combs was kind enough to donate his old kitchen table to his sister. He revealed it was the kitchen table from their childhood. And his wife was ready for something that was a little more her style. So, he decided to save his sister some money and give her the table. Chris Combs also liked this idea because it meant the table would stay in the family. The kitchen of Amy Halterman's new home has wooden upper and lower cabinets. The cabinets match most of the interior of the home, which is also wooden. This 3-bedroom home offers the opportunity for Gage to have his own room. Fans assume the third room will be a nursery for the baby Amy is currently pregnant with. During the show, Amy Halterman revealed the home has a backyard. So, Gage will have plenty of space to play. She added there was a park right down the street from her home too. Amy and Michael Halterman's new home is just 30 minutes away from her previous home. So, she can still visit with her sister Tammy. But, she's not so close that she can be at her sister's beck and call anymore. The Kentucky sun dipped low behind the Halterman family's new neighborhood as Amy Slayton Halterman stood proudly on her front porch, swaying gently with excitement. For the first time in what felt like forever, she had a home that wasn't wrapped in chaos, arguments, or frantic rushing around toddlers. This new house, a place she'd dreamed about for years, was finally hers. And today she was giving fans the full tour. "Y'all ready?" Amy giggled into her phone camera, her long blue nails flashing as she adjusted her hair. "Come on in. And don't mind the mess." "Well, actually, never mind. There ain't no mess today." The living room, Amy's peace palace. Stepping through the front door felt like walking into a softer version of Amy's world, calmer, brighter, and more hopeful. The walls were painted a buttery warm cream, a shade she called banana pudding beige, and new cozy furniture filled the room. There was no clutter, no overflowing laundry baskets, no bags shoved into corners. Instead, framed photos of sons Gage and Glenn decorated the shelves like priceless art. "This right here is where the boys and I cuddle up and watch movies," she said, patting the oversized charcoal gray couch. "I'm trying to do things better. Keep it clean, keep it calm. A fresh start, you know?" In the corner sat a tall indoor plant, Amy's first attempt at grown-up decor. She named it Leafy Halterman. She hoped it survived longer than her goldfish, Glub Daddy, had last year. The kitchen, new, neat, and ready for experiments. When cameras followed Amy into the kitchen, fans got a peek at something completely new for her, organization. Her old kitchens had always looked lived in, potato chip bags on the counter, half-empty soda bottles, mismatched plates. But this one sparkled. Brand new appliances gleamed beneath warm lights. A crisp white island sat in the center like a statement piece. She even had labeled storage bins, something she saw on TikTok and decided she needed. "This is where the magic happens," she said proudly, gesturing at the stove. "I've been learning new recipes. Y'all wouldn't believe it, Amy cooking vegetables. Real ones. Not the frozen butter-soaked ones neither." She opened the fridge with flair. It was stocked with bottled water, fresh fruit cups, yogurt, and vegetables for the boys. Gage loved grapes now. Glenn had started nibbling on carrot sticks. Amy liked that they were encouraging her to be healthier too. "Fresh start for mama, fresh start for babies," she said softly. The dining area, a symbol of family. Connected to the kitchen was a simple wooden table with 4 chairs. A small vase of sunflowers sat at the center. Amy ran her fingers across the table's surface, tracing invisible memories she hoped to fill it with. "It's been a long time since we had real family dinners," she admitted. "I want the boys growing up remembering we sat together laughing, not just running around in chaos, smiling at the thought of her sister, Tammy, sitting at one of the chairs. Tammy's coming over next week. She's going to complain about the chair, I already know. But I told her it holds 300 pounds and she said, "Girl, you trying to get me killed?" She laughed so loudly that even Glenn, who had been lurking behind her, toddled and giggling. The boys' rooms, color, comfort, and chaos. As she walked down the hallway, the camera peeked into Gage's room first. It was painted sky blue with little airplanes stenciled across the top of the wall. His toys were actually arranged, dinosaurs in one bin, cars in another, art supplies on a shelf. "This is my big boy's kingdom," she whispered lovingly. "He loves building towers and knocking 'em down. Just like his mama used to knock down a whole row of Mountain Dew cans." Next came little Glenn's room, decorated in cheerful green with animals on every wall. Soft blankets, a rocking chair, and a tiny bookshelf filled with picture books made the space feel warm and calm. "He still sleeps with me some nights," Amy admitted. "But this room is where he's going to grow up. I've been rocking him in that chair right there, thinking about how far we've come." Both rooms reflected stability, something she had desperately wanted to give them after her rocky split with Michael. The master bedroom, Amy's sanctuary. "All right, this is Mama's room," she announced as she pushed open a white barn sliding door. Her bedroom was surprisingly elegant. Soft lavender walls, a queen bed with fluffy purple pillows, and a vanity she used for her makeup filming. String lights framed the window, glowing softly like they were rooting for her. "This is where I recharge," she said. "And no, ain't no man in here. This is Amy-only territory." She winked, knowing fans always speculated about her dating life. On her nightstand sat a small notebook where she wrote affirmations. "I deserve peace. I am a good mother. I can start over." Those were words she needed on the hard days, especially when she felt guilty or overwhelmed. The backyard, the boys' adventure zone. When she opened the back door, sunlight spilled across a green, fenced-in yard. A bright red playset with a slide and swings stood in the center. There was a blow-up pool folded on the porch. Toys were already scattered everywhere. "This is the boys' favorite place," she said proudly. "I wanted them to have space to run around and just be kids. No worrying about traffic, no worrying about mess. Well, except mud. They love mud." She pointed to a little garden bed she had started along the fence, tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers. "You know Mama Darlene said I couldn't keep a garden alive," she said, rolling her eyes. "So I'm fixing to prove her wrong." A new chapter for Amy. As the tour wrapped up, Amy stood on her porch again, the golden Kentucky light warming her face. She took a deep breath, letting the peace of her new home settle into her bones. "Y'all, this house means more to me than just a roof," she said quietly. "It's proof that I'm growing. I'm healing. I'm trying to do better for me and my babies." She looked around proudly. A woman who had survived heartbreak, motherhood struggles, sister feuds, health scares, and the weight of the world. "And don't worry," she added with a grin. "Tammy's coming over for a spend the night soon. So if y'all see me running down this driveway screaming, mind your business." Amy laughed one last time as she waved at the camera. "Thanks for visiting my new home, y'all. Welcome to the new chapter."